Hey everybody, welcome to today's very important video. Please stick around. I'm going to try to make it as brief as possible, but what happened today on the stock market, and specifically with certain brokers such as Robinhood back here, cannot be ignored. We learned today, just out in the wide open, in front of the entire public for everybody to see, what happened today on the market proved beyond any reasonable doubt whatsoever that the market is indeed manipulated and controlled, and it is designed to take money from poor people and from the working class who are just trying to get ahead and basically just continue lining the pockets of the filthy rich billionaires. It's basically just thievery. Only unlike what Robinhood is supposed to stand for, this is thievery in the form of robbing from the poor and giving to the rich. All right, so let's get right to it. I took a couple of screenshots today, and when you woke up and you tried to trade shares or buy more shares in like certain tickers like AMC, GME, Blackberry, Nokia, you noticed that you would get a message similar to what you see right here. You can close out your position in this stock, but you cannot purchase additional shares. So then you would go to the search bar and you'd notice that some of these stocks, like if you're trying to search for GME, you notice you couldn't even find it on the list. And when you tried to find Nokia directly, you would notice you could not find it on the list. So some people found a way around this so they could continue buying shares of Nokia and AMC and GME, is that they could go to browse like the top 100 list on Robinhood, find them there, and then be able to make a trade. So this is what happened after Robinhood figured out that people figured that out, that they could find the stocks, because they tried to hide the stocks from you altogether. Basically, you couldn't even browse for the stocks. You just could not find them whatsoever. And if you already had them in your portfolio, the only thing you could do is sell them. You could not buy them. What was going on? So look, we all know that there's a lot of stocks out there that are short squeezing. Some of them are just being momentum driven, where there wasn't even necessarily a whole lot of shorting going on in those tickers, such as Nokia. Nokia had less than a 1% short interest, but nonetheless people started talking about Nokia, realizing it was undervalued. People started buying it all at the same time, so sure enough, Nokia's value rose. And for the rest of them, it's mainly been short squeezing. So a lot of these prices are a lot higher this week than they were last week. And since platforms like Robinhood are dominantly retail traders were finally making money. And it's funny because institutional investors, most of them, like hedge funds, like Melvin Capital or whatever that one is, they made the news pretty significantly. They lost $2.7 billion or something on their GME trade, where they tried to trade it short. So retail's making money, institutions are not. So what happened today? Robinhood, once again, dominantly retail traders, took away your ability to buy stock. And what happens when you can't buy stock? The price is going to decline, because the only thing you can really do is sell. If you can't buy any more stock, you know that your retail trading friends can't buy stock. So the only thing the stock can do is go down. And that's exactly what happened today. And I want you to really think about this. Really think about this one, okay? So when stocks become volatile, especially in a very short period of time, there are protections in place to protect all investors, all traders, be it retail, be it institutional, whether you're short, whether you're long. There's protections known as halts. Whereas when a stock becomes very volatile, it will just get halted, you know, and it gives it a chance to settle, gives everybody a chance to get their heads on straight, because sometimes people don't really know what's going on, you know, why it's just going crazy like that. So it gets halted. 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on the circumstances, depending on how many times it's been halted, maybe a day or two. You know, and when there's material news coming out, they'll halt it before material news hits. So that way, information doesn't get leaked to friends and family, and basically you have a situation of insider trading where people bought or sold depending on the news that was going to come out that nobody else had access to. So there's protections in place, get this, there's protections in place to protect all traders. So what did Robinhood do today? Robinhood took away your ability to buy, but they did not take away your ability to sell. And then they tried to say that they did it for the protection of all their customers, all of their retail traders. But that obviously can't be true, because all they did was take away one half of a trading equation. See, when you take away buying, the only thing that the price can do is go down, as we said earlier. And what happened today on the market, just to give you an idea, Blackberry dropped 41%. Gamestop dropped 42%. AMC stock dropped 56%. And the thing about it is that some of these stocks dropped even higher than that. I mean, 40, 50, 60%, in some situations before recovering maybe slightly. There were huge losses just intraday, just today on these stocks. So why weren't you protected from that? They didn't stop people from selling. You could have sold these stocks down to $0 today. But the only thing that they did is prevented these stock prices from going up. Guys, the only people that Robinhood, or the only entities that Robinhood was protecting today were big institutional investors that have billions of dollars at their disposal to short these companies. And don't for a second think that these companies did not get shorted hard today. Gamestop and Blackberry and all of them. GameStop, you had some of these institutional investors taking short positions when it was 20 bucks, 30 bucks a share. So at $200 and $300 a share like it was today and $400 at one point in time, I can assure you that they are definitely shorting it now. And to make sure that they won this time, retail was cut off from buying. Once again, the only thing they could do is sell. The only thing for the price to do today, as it did, was drop significantly. Retail investors lost a shit ton of money, and Robinhood and their affiliates, they either maintained from losing anything or made money today off of retail traders' demise. So don't think for a second that Robinhood was out to protect you today. They were there to protect their affiliates and their own brokerage program. See, Robinhood makes their money behind the lines. They make money by taking, for example, like one of your cells, taking your shares at that price, turning them over for a profit to another market maker, and then that market maker is going to distribute them into the market however he sees fit. And it's quite clear that all of their affiliates were shorting these stocks because they stopped you from buying them. Once again, this is so obvious. It's not even something they tried to hide. They took what they did and they did it right in front of you, and they're just trying to say, oh, well, that's not the way it works. Yes, it is the way it works. It is the way it works. Their job today was to protect the whales, the institutional investors, the hedge funds. Their job was to protect the ones that are stealing money, again, from the poor and from the working class, and they performed their duty today. Now, I cannot tell anybody what to do with their money. However, I deal with 5 different brokers on an everyday basis. It's going to be 4 from now on, because Robinhood, I'm taking all my money out of Robinhood and it is going into one of my other brokers that did not screw me over today and screw you over today and screw all of our fellow traders over today. Did you guys lose money today in the market because of this specific situation? Let us know in the comments down below. Vent, guys, vent. Nobody is happy about what happened today, except for, once again, whales and institutional investors and hedge funds. Rich people. Rich people are happy about what happened today. Retail investors got screwed.